What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Got a few folks in the building already. Let me just do a quick introduction of myself. So my name is Jay. The YouTube channel is called Trippin with Jay, and we typically do a whole bunch of travel reaction videos, specifically focused on the continent of Africa. And, we're doing Ethiopia right now still. So it's still some interesting things out there in regards to Ethiopia that we're still going to cover today. So London Boy for Life already early in the building, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. I've been good, man. I've been good, bro. I haven't had any complaints, man. I've been in the gym, working out, getting stuff together. Man, health is wealth, my guy. I appreciate you coming in, man. So let's see. Before we get into the videos, I want to kind of express my gratitude to the community, right? The community for Trippin with Jay, like the family, because we're all a family here. So I wanted to give a special shout out to one of the members here. So the member here, guys, was it Salam? Salam. He is a member at the supporter level, right? So that's 99 cents a month. And what the membership essentially does is it allows you to not only support me, right? Support this channel. You also have an opportunity to kind of get your comments and things like brought up to the top, right? So that whatever comments and things are posted by the members, I immediately see it. It's like I can't miss it. So Salam, who is a member, and I'll post the link to the to join as a member because it's only 99 cents a month if you guys want to go ahead and support. But Salam goes and says, "How come you haven't reacted on Palm Sunday? Make sure you also cover Good Friday." My reply, I think I replied, I'll do it for you. Only for you. And then he replies, "Only for me? I better not find out you say that to everyone." So shout out to Salam for giving me a quick precursor to the rest of the stream. So shout out to you, man. So for my folks over on YouTube and everywhere else, that link there is the link to join on and be a member, just like Salam is. So this is for Salam. So Palm Sunday and Good Friday just passed last week. It was my birthday, so I wanted to cover the birthday stuff first. And I was actually going to cover this in another stream, but we're going to do it this week. So Palm Sunday in Ethiopia is also called Hosanna. And it's celebrated by the Ethiopian Orthodox, don't kill me, y'all, Tewahedo Church. I got it, I think. I think. What it represents, just like elsewhere, it commemorates Jesus entering Jerusalem, people welcoming him with palm branches. But in Ethiopia, it's deeply tied to ancient Christian traditions that date back over 1,600 years. And I'll make this a quick read, guys, so you guys aren't bored by this, and then we'll move on to the next thing. What makes Ethiopia's celebration unique? So this is different, right? Palm leaves are woven into crosses and crowns, and you guys will see this on the next video coming up. Instead of just holding palms, people create hand-woven crosses, rings, and handpieces. These are also called meskel style weavings, similar technique used for Ethiopian crosses. And let's see, I think, okay, that's all the general information. I know a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my viewers may not be interested in like long form content, but it is what it is. Let's see. London Boy for Life in the gym as well, brother. Okay, let's get it, man. Listen, health is wealth, bro. All right. So this is, I think this is the celebration of Salam at the church, but we have a video here. It is from Visit Addis, And this is another YouTube creator here. And the title is just posted 6 days ago. So it's very recent. It is called The Most Beautiful Sunday in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, Palm Sunday. And this was all possible to Salam. Shout out to you, man. And this is one of the benefits of being a member. You literally influence the live stream. Easy. So it's only 99 cents a month. If you guys want to join, cool. It would be awesome if you did. And you guys get to really participate and change the stream because I wasn't going to cover this today. So let's go ahead and watch a little bit of it just so you guys kind of get the gist of how important the importance of Palm Sunday and Good Friday, because they happen in the same weekend, obviously. But you guys get to see like the palm leaves on their head. And yeah, this is pretty intense. So let's go ahead and take a look. And you guys see the people with the actual palms on their foreheads there. And I think this is just like a walkthrough video, so it's not going to be like any talking. So I'll do the talking, right? This is incredible, man. The thing is like we don't do this in the States, in the US at all. We just go to church and, you know, we do our thing at church and we come home. But Ethiopia is an entirely different vibe when it comes to different holidays like Christmas and apparently Palm Sunday as well. That's so cool, though. I have never seen that here in the States. And I'm going to skip a little bit more, too. Bro, this is a beautiful culture, bro. It's so different than what we do here in America. That's why I'm so fascinated. I do want to skip ahead a little bit more. I mean, it's just so that you guys can kind of get a taste of what the celebration's like. I love this culture, man. Shout out Sarah in the house. What's up, Sarah? Yeah, it's just truly, it's very unique of a culture. And that's why I keep like looking at videos every single week from Ethiopia, because they're so unique. And it's so different than what we do here in the States. And people are still inboxing me to this day like, hey, why are you so obsessed with Ethiopia? Why are you looking at our country? Well, it's my curiosity about the country. That's why. I'm so curious about different cultures. And if you guys look through my YouTube channel, I have videos from different countries. It's just that Ethiopia is just so far, like it's so different than what I'm used to here in the States. I'm just preparing myself for my trip to not be like in culture shock when I arrive there. I'm looking at the we're actually live on TikTok now, guys. They allowed me back on TikTok, and looks like in the TikTok chat I can't get it on screen, but the guy says, "Does Ethiopian government pay you?" Not at all, my friend. If they paid me, I wouldn't be on YouTube, man. I wouldn't be on YouTube or TikTok. Damn, it's so, yo, I can't get over like every single like piece of video that I see from Addis Ababa. It's so freaking clean. I don't see one piece of trash or rubbish on the street at all, man. They have so much respect for their country and their culture. It takes so much pride in being Ethiopian, bro. They keep the streets so clean. Wow. Damn, there's so many people out here, dog. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, look at how they're dressed as well, guys. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the video in like a few seconds. So Palm Sunday is pretty significant. Like out of all of the other religions that I've like looked into when it comes to like celebrating Palm Sunday and Good Friday, this one from Ethiopia is by far the most unique celebration of it. And I'm so glad that we had one of our channel members, Salam, just point this out to us and how significant it is in Ethiopia. And I'm just so glad that, people have the opportunity to kind of impact the live stream that we're doing right now and showing not only just myself and educating myself, because I'm learning with you guys when it comes to like watching different travel videos for the first time. And I don't know everything. And that's why I'm so curious. And I'm looking at different videos every single time just to find out more about Ethiopia, more about Africa, and understanding the importance of the entire continent, because people want to downplay how important Africa is on the world stage. And they don't understand that everything that they use, everything that you guys are using, everything that pretty much like every consumable has some material from Africa. So all these electric cars, cameras, or phones, all of those precious like minerals, those precious earth minerals come from freaking Africa, bro. So literally everything we use is from the continent. It's crazy, bro. All right, let's catch up. I got some chats, man. What's up with the chats? I got to see if I can get the TikTok chat working as well, because we haven't been on TikTok for a while because they banned us from streaming. They did ban us from streaming, man. So let me see real quick, guys. I think I'm signed in. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think I am signed in. I am. Okay. We Gucci. All right, guys. So we are going to catch up on some chats real quick. I don't know if the TikTok chat is going to work, but we tried. And I'll do the chats from TikTok first before we move on to the next video. And I know you guys can't see it, but I'm going to read it out to you. God is Good is in the building. Shout out to God is Good. And we want to thank you. Hey, no, thank you, bro, for tuning in, bro. I'm nothing without y'all, man. This is why I do it every week, man. I do it for not only myself so I can educate myself, but also to kind of push out a more positive narrative on the continent of Africa, because it's downplayed and talked badly about so much in the mainstream media. There needs to be people that will show you actually what's going on with boots on the ground. I don't understand why people like think that Africa is still poor, yet refuse to look at the positives about certain countries in Africa and how they're on the come up, 100%. So Linda Hagu, because they are celebrating Ethiopian Easter. Okay, Mimi says hi. What's up, Mimi? I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get to some of the YouTube chats here. Let's see. Beautiful culture. I hit up Sarah already. Very unique and in a sense of community and belonging, which I love about it. Yeah, London Boy for Life. Yeah, man. And I've noticed a lot about the Habesha people. They stick together, bro. They come out to like a new city. They'll come out to Las Vegas and already be well connected, because a lot of Habesha people already like have great connections in Las Vegas already, which is where I live. And somebody new comes in as Habesha, they'll ask you like, "Oh, are you Habesha?" Boom, you're automatically family. And we need to do that more often here in the Western world. Like, if you look like me, we should click. Something should click and be like, "Hey, yo, we're family now." I'm a new Habesha in your channel from Norway. Norway? What? I love all your reaction videos. Ignore the natives. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that. Good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Man, Lakeland, Florida, you guys are getting way better weather than we are here in Vegas. Bole, bro, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce some stuff. I'm so sorry. Okay. Very special culture. I need to visit Ethiopia next year. Bro, I'm going. I'm going for Christmas, man. Elsha, what's up, Jay? Hey, no complaints. Damn, no complaints. Damn, TikTok. Yeah, so TikTok, damn, why did TikTok hate? Why they ban you? I don't know, bro. So what happened is I use a software called Restream to stream the vertical version of my live streams. And it needs certain permissions from TikTok in order to stream. So TikTok will like ban you if you're not streaming like brain rot, like if you're not streaming like brain rot content, right? So I'm just trying to get the word out about Ethiopia, about Africa, and apparently they don't like that. So they were like, "Yo, we gotta take him offline for like 2 or 3 weeks." But we're back. We're back now. So that's a good part about that. Let's see. Facts. Jay, you are showing people the other side of Africa they don't see or hear in the news or media. Never stop, bro. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to do it like in an original way as well. And I'm trying to do it with respect to the original content creators as well, because being a content creator, especially in the travel space, is extremely difficult because you always have to be on the go, on the move, traveling somewhere, capturing content if you want to be consistent. And for us to kind of like sit in the comfort of our homes and review this content, you don't want to just rip them off, right? You want to review the content, and you also want to give credit to the original content creator because they put their blood, sweat, tears, and time into creating the original content. And it's super easy for us to just pull up a YouTube video and review it, right? But you have to give credit to the original content creators because it takes a lot of effort to make those videos, man. You got to give respect. So Sarah in the building. So beautiful and rich culture. We were at church yesterday here in London. The church was full and we were on the pavement praying. Whoa. No matter where you are, we don't joke with our religion and culture. Great words from Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah. Oh, the negative feed. Oh, this is a continuation of the other chat. Okay, understood. All right. The next thing from Norway. Again, sorry, I meant forget the negative comments. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you never pay attention to negative comments, man, because people are going to hate you or hate on you for doing the most positive things on planet Earth. Right? People are going to hate for no reason. No reason. Okay, guys. So the next thing I want to go over is, let me see if I can pull this up off screen real quick, is I am a man of my word. We had a fundraiser last weekend, and let's see if we can get the total. I'm trying to pull up the total from the fundraiser on YouTube, and not dox myself, right? Let's see. I think we had a total last week of, I think I have it on my phone here, and I posted it to my Instagram as well. Even though YouTube takes a huge cut out of super chats, I'm just going to give some money out of my own pocket as well. So let me see if I can find the total for you guys. The total from last week's live stream minus YouTube's cut was $144.54 right here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. So that amount is going to go to the Macedonia charity. So I'm going to put the amount here. Will they let me do something less or more than 100? Okay, let me do a custom. Okay. So 144.54. Continue. My stuff is already there. I'm going to fill out my card information off stream. So y'all can't get my credit card information. But this is the exact amount here. So USD is 144.54. And this is going straight to charity. It's not going in my pocket. And I'm doing it on stream so you guys can see it. But I'm putting in my card information right now so y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see this real quick. And this, as a reminder, the Macedonia charity is supporting. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys while I type in my card number behind the scenes. Our causes, their causes, they really go to help people in Ethiopia, like boots on the ground. It's not just some people that just like take the majority of what they raise and they keep it for themselves. They actually go and support the people of Ethiopia. So they provide supplies and homes to people in Ethiopia. As I type in my credit card number and not dox myself on stream. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll show you the confirmation page after it does it. But otherwise, man, make sure you go support. If you're already watching the stream, no matter what platform it is, go support, go follow, subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. If you're watching me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube as well. And we do have memberships on the channel as well. So we're going to donate a charity on behalf of you guys. So shout out to all of you guys. I'm actually going to find out how I can pull that stuff up and just shout you guys out one by one, because that was a huge, huge stream. And you guys deserve all the respect in the world, man. Before we continue to the actual topic of the stream, the infrastructure projects in Ethiopia, but I wanted to make a point that you guys will and are making a difference. Let's see. Supers. Okay. All right. Shout out to Bemnet Lema. It's alive, unfortunately. My boy, Lenda Boy for life. Sarah, patience is key. And again, with the donation last week from It's Alive, unfortunately. All of you guys went to go support the Macedonia charity. So shout out to y'all. All right, guys. Let's go. Let's go and do it, man. Let's go and do the damn thing here. So, hi, brother. We love you from Ethiopia. I can't wait until you visit. I can't wait to go, man. I really can't wait. The live stream was great. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun, man. That was a really fun stream. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And you know, I may do more fundraisers in the future because I had a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. What do you call Ethiopia by its old name except Abyssinia without using Google? Are you? Oh, wait. Is this like a quiz? Is this like a quiz? I don't know, man. I really don't know. And I'm not supposed to know everything about Ethiopia. That's why we watch these videos so we can uncover new things. I love not knowing everything, bro. Can you imagine if you knew everything? Like your life experience would be so boring. What is the the original name of Ethiopia? Yo, ChatGPT is forever goated. Let's see. Axum, Ethiopia, Greek origin. Yo. This is what he was talking about. Okay. He said, except Abyssinia. Hey, listen, we're learning new stuff every day, bro. Okay. So the first, let's get back to the topic of the stream. And shout out to all you guys that supported last week. I really do appreciate that. And let's see. If you know the answer, what do you call Ethiopia? Bro. I might donate. What you mean you might donate? You listen, if you don't want to donate, that's totally fine. But we're here for entertainment and also education as well, man. Listen, it's totally fine. Trust me. Let's see. Lost my train of thought, bro. Tenator? That's the answer. Okay. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Okay. What we are going to talk about now is one of the three largest infrastructure projects in Ethiopia. And the first one is the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or the GERD is what they call it. So it was built and it's ramping up towards full capacity. The cost of this was $5 billion US. And guess what? We have covered this before in the stream. However, we all know that the money for this dam in Ethiopia was raised 100% by Ethiopians and built by Ethiopians as well. So this is going to be an epic project once it's like fully ready to go. But we have a couple of videos to react to kind of like educate you guys on what's going on, because a lot of you guys will, watch TikTok all day and not understand what's really going on in the world. So this is actually what's going on with boots on the ground. So shout out to Wall Street Journal for this video, and it's titled "Why Africa's Largest $5 Billion Nile Dam is So Controversial." Because with any type of like huge project, there's going to be a lot of people that love it, and it's going to be some people that hate it. So let's see what the controversy is about this dam. Oh, so that agreement only accounted for Sudan and Egypt, but not Ethiopia. But as we're about to see, quite literally the opening of the Nile goes through Ethiopia.
And it could also.
I mean, Sudan, y'all good, right? Y'all get rain, and y'all got a whole nother river, bro. Y'all good, man. Leave Ethiopia alone, dude. If you think about it for a second, this is like a higher IQ video. So for my people that may want to have it kind of broken down into simple English, I'll do it for you. So essentially, Sudan and Egypt have been used to getting like a certain amount of water from the blue and white Nile, right? From the Blue Nile. And since Ethiopia has built the dam, the GERD, they have been either the amount of water in the Nile has been either been reduced to a degree or impacted, right? What Egypt doesn't like about the GERD is because Egypt has been historically one of those countries where water is very limited. They don't get a lot of it because it's essentially in the desert, right? It's a part of that part of northern Africa that is dry and not a lot of water is available. And then Sudan also has those same gripes where they're convinced that they're not going to get enough water. Yet they have had historical rainfall over the past year or two. So what their gripe is, they don't want their water supply being controlled by a foreign country, which is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is like, yo, we'll still keep your flow, your amount of water coming through your country the same, but we're going to actually create renewable electricity from it and sell it to neighboring countries. So we not only keep the water flow and the amount almost the same that you're already used to without the dam, we're also going to make money off of it by selling electricity to our neighbors in Somaliland and other countries around. And I think it's a W, low key. And Ethiopia, the people that designed it, they had to have accounted for the downstream effects before building the dam. They had to do some type of environmental study, knowing that these other countries are impacted by the Nile. They're like, you know what? If we keep the flow the same, the amount of water the same through the other countries, they should be good, right? Nah, but you're always gonna have haters. You're gonna be like, you know what? Stop messing with our water. Stop messing with our water. But from from Ethiopia's standpoint, and I get it, if everything is kept the same, leave us alone. Y'all didn't even want us in the agreement in the first place. Now we control the dam. We're your captain now. What Egypt gonna do? They gonna bomb the water? Like, what are they gonna do, bro? They're not gonna attack Ethiopia. I don't think they understand the implications if they try to attack Ethiopia militarily. They don't understand. Ethiopia is quite literally the Addis Ababa is quite literally the meeting point for all of the major African countries. If you attack Ethiopia, you're gonna have the majority of the African continent coming after you. Bro, I didn't know that they had so much hate for this dam. I had no clue. I'm like, so if they bomb the dam, they're not going to think not going to be any consequences from that, bro. Cooked. They're cooked. Egypt is just mad, man. Egypt is so mad. Man, listen, if you're doing everything like if you're doing something right, man, you're always gonna have haters, bro. Let's see. Interesting. You did a great job, bro. Interesting. They still want what emoji is that? Is that a mango? Because mangoes and avocados are necessary for human survival. What does that mean? What does that mean, bro? Tell me. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I have no, man. Some of y'all comments is crazy, bro. Stay vigilant. My bro, the Blue Nile starts from Ethiopia, and in order for the generators to work, water has to flow. Besides, the previous government was so smart. The location where it was built is genius. Yeah, it's right at the opening. Let me just check real quick to see if any of our favorite YouTubers have posted anything as far as anything from Africa, like Watermaya or anybody else. I don't see. I Show Speed is live. I Show Speed. I just want to stream. Okay, bro. I think I don't see any other YouTubers really posting anything. So we'll just continue with the topic of the stream to the next project here. Let's see. This was only 4 minutes. I think I did watch this a little bit. Egypt wants to control the river. No, I get it. Ethiopia is in power, and other countries don't like when other countries are in power. That's just it, man. And it's crazy to me. What is this one about?
14 years of construction, Ethiopia has officially inaugurated a controversial mega dam built over the River Nile. The ceremony was broadcast live on TV. Africa's largest hydroelectric project has a...
Okay, we covered that already. Yeah, Stephen Nduku posted in Namibia a few weeks, I think. If we stay on stream for a little bit longer, I may hit that because I did see that. I did see that video. I may do that video. Last week we did cover Africa's next largest airport in Ethiopia. I did find another video about it because this is considered one of the biggest infrastructure projects in Africa in history. I want to touch on it one more time. And I did find another video about it. I'm going to subscribe to this guy and like the video. And this one is a little bit more in depth than the other video that we were watching last week. Even though the video from last week was super entertaining and it had great graphics and everything, I think this one here is a little bit more informational. And this may be a little bit of a higher IQ stream for you guys out there. But just hang with me for a bit. The complicated stuff, I'm going to try my best to kind of pause the video and break it down for you guys, just in case you may not get it. But let me just do a quick intro for this video. This YouTuber is named Looking For. Okay. And it is titled, Ethiopia is building Africa's largest airport. And this is a big freaking deal, y'all. This is a huge deal. And I haven't seen it covered in Western media, at least here in the States, because we're so focused on like what's going on in the Middle East, and I get it, that's important, but the positive stuff typically doesn't get reported, especially if it's not in your home country. So this is some positive news coming out of Ethiopia, and it is the international airport Bishoftu. This is a huge, huge deal. Let's see how interesting this video is. I think it's more informational than entertaining. So I'll try my best to kind of like pause it here and there just to kind of break things down a little bit more for you guys and make it a little bit more entertaining so you guys can, it can keep you guys' attention. So let's go ahead and take a look at it.
International Airport. Ethiopian Airlines was founded in the mid-1940s. Leadership at the time saw it as a modernization and state integration tool, with a major focus on domestic air travel as a solution to Ethiopia's rugged roads and terrain. It's hard not to admire their bold ambition, and they were soon rewarded for it. By partnering with Trans World Airlines, then one of the largest airlines in the US, Ethiopian Airlines managed to become a long-haul airline head and shoulders above any other on the African continent, and even today it remains dominant. In the 2024 to 2025 fiscal year, Ethiopian Airlines reported $7.6 billion in revenue, an 8% increase from the preceding year. The airline serviced 19 million passengers, which constituted an 11% annual increase. It serves 155 passenger destinations and 68 freighter destinations globally across Africa, Europe, Asia, the Americas, and the Middle East, utilizing a fleet of approximately 160 aircraft. Most
All right, get to the airport, bro.
airlines and Ethiopia as a whole continue to grow. Back in 1962, Addis Ababa was a fraction of the size it is today. What was once a moderately populated city of just over 500,000 is now a bustling capital of nearly 6 million.
Beautiful capital, too.
Bole Airport sits just a few kilometers outside of the center of this dense urban landscape. The airport currently relies on just one runway, with limited capacity for additional terminals, taxiways, or cargo facilities. Over the years, Ethiopian Airlines and the federal government have done all they can to expand the site with renovations and upgrades, but this can only stretch so far.
Yep.
And by the mid-2020s, the absolute limit has more or less been reached. Today, Ethiopian Airlines is a global carrier, but its hub is now experiencing more and more congestion, delays, and other ceilings that no amount of clever reorganization or scheduling changes can ever solve. The space is simply too small. However expensive or daunting, there is only one solution to keep Africa's largest airline thriving. Build
a new airport.
an entirely new airport. Enter Bishoftu, located roughly 40 kilometers southeast of Addis Ababa in the high elevation region of Oromia. The location itself is the first element of the strategy. The lakeside resort town of Bishoftu sits 1,920 meters above sea level.
Yeah, and this is the part, guys, from the last video about this.
Resort town of Bishoftu sits one.
So this is the part of the last video we watched last week. If you guys weren't here, I'll kind of explain it to you guys. So when planes and things have to lift off from Addis Ababa, like the Bole airport, they're at a higher elevation. So it takes a lot longer for the plane to actually lift off the ground because of the elevation at the original airport right now in Addis Ababa. So when you build an airport at a lower elevation than the original Addis Ababa airport, and it allows planes to lift off with a much shorter runway and use a lot less fuel to lift off than it would be from the Bole airport in Addis Ababa. So this is another advantage of building another airport with additional capacity and at a lower elevation. So it's going to help the airlines not only with capacity, but also with efficiency as well. So they can build a shorter runway, because in the original airport in Addis Ababa, they have to have extra long runways so the actual planes can lift off from that higher elevation.
1,920 meters above sea level. Believe it or not, that means it actually sits lower in elevation than Addis Ababa, which, at roughly 2,450 meters, is one of the highest capital cities on Earth. The result is a subtropical highland climate with mild temperatures year-round and ideal weather for aircraft performance. Bishoftu is also relatively flat, sparsely developed, and far less constrained by urban sprawl. So, Even though it's quite close to the city centre, Bishoftu offers what the old Bole airport cannot: room to grow. And Ethiopian Airlines Group, the state-owned conglomerate spearheading the project, is making good use of that extra room right away. Instead of one runway like Bole, Bishoftu will have 4 parallel runways, a major expanded cargo terminal, and the capacity to service not 20 million passengers like Bole, but 110 million per year, as well as move nearly 4 million tons of cargo. The budget for the new airport is $12.5 billion US. Remarkably, this is close to constituting 10% of Ethiopia's national GDP.
Dang, 10%, bro.
Ethiopian Airlines is responsible for about 20 to 30% of the funding. The remaining 60 to 70% is coming from the African Development Bank Group and international lenders from the Middle East, Europe, and China.
Oh, let's pause this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. So the airport is funded obviously by Ethiopian Airlines, and then the African Development Bank Group with lenders from the Middle East, which is probably going to be like Dubai and Saudi Arabia, Europe, and then, of course, the C word, China. I mean, $12 billion, bro, is not easy to come up with. So, to a degree, we understand like the GERD Dam was financed 100% by Ethiopians. We get that. But when it comes to an airport that is quite literally almost triple the price, something's got to give. We got to start accepting. We got to start accepting money from overseas in order to get these infrastructure projects set up. And what this is going to do for Ethiopia's future is absolutely insane if you truly think about it. And this is why I'm making this stream. It may not get as many views as my other streams do when it comes to like watching people's vlogs and being super entertaining and everything. This is super important because what we are seeing right now is the upcoming next superpower on the continent, in the world, actually. Because what they're doing with the GERD Dam, they're generating renewable electricity, which means that it is always going to be generating electricity, right? It never stops, and it's not harming the environment. And with the excess electricity generated by the dam, they sell it to their neighbors. They're making money off of that, right? And then we get to the airport component. We're looking at the next layover destination on Earth, right? So if you're flying overseas, there's a high likelihood right now that you have a layover in Doha, Qatar, in Dubai, or some other Middle Eastern country, right? There is a high probability that you're going to have a layover there. What Ethiopia is trying to do with this new airport, they're trying to be the layover destination that you should stop at. Because not only will it be cheaper than flying into Dubai or Doha, it's actually going to be a lot more affordable of a city to have a long layover with, right? So if you, for instance, you fly into Bole in Addis Ababa, when this new airport is created, they're actually going to have a high-speed rail that goes from the old airport to the new airport. So even if you land at the old airport and you have a flight from the new airport, you can still get there from via high-speed rail. So they're trying to make themselves the go-to destination for not only people visiting the country for the first time or the city, but you get people on those layovers, bro. That's when your city starts to get noticed worldwide. That's how Dubai became Dubai, right? They not only had the infrastructure to support a whole bunch of tourists, the city looks really nice, a whole bunch of skyscrapers, supercars all around, really nice people. And then you look at it now, it's not so safe anymore, right? We look at what's going on in the Middle East right now. Dubai doesn't look too safe right now. Qatar doesn't look too safe right now. Saudi Arabia doesn't look too safe right now, right? So what Ethiopia is trying to do, they're trying to be the African alternative. And honestly, I think the alternative being Ethiopia, I think it's a better alternative than the Middle East. in my humble opinion. So they are trying to open this airport by 2030, and we're watching it unfold right now, which is why I'm making this stream. It's so important for us to understand the level and the depth of the upcoming superpower in Africa, which is Ethiopia.
The United States has also pledged support, though details of the exact nature of that support are yet to emerge. As extreme as this sounds, it is in fact not unprecedented. Between 2011 and 2023, Ethiopia constructed the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, the largest hydropower plant in Africa.
We just talked about it.
To the tune of $5 billion. However, unlike Bishoftu, the dam received 91% of its funding from the state budget, while citizens and diaspora communities purchased bonds and made voluntary contributions. It became a beacon of national unity, giving Ethiopians a sense that they were sharing in the creation of an electricity source they would all benefit from. Compare this with building an international travel hub on the outskirts of the city, which costs nearly twice as much and is primarily funded by outside interests. And you can see how different a project Bishoftu truly is. It isn't the first Ethiopian megaproject, but it is the country's first purely global megaproject, with an eye not just on surviving the present, but thriving geopolitically in the future. The relative scale of this project shows just how important it is and how impactful it could be. The Ethiopian government is, by all appearances, betting very big on this. Those appearances only become stronger when you take a look at some of the designs.
It's gonna look beautiful.
The UK-based architecture group Zaha Hadid, named after the late Iraqi-British architect who started it, is in charge of this colossal project. The same group has also been responsible for Beijing Daxing International Airport and West Sydney International Airport. They are also working on a new terminal at Vilnius Airport in Lithuania. According to the latest specs, Bishoftu International Airport will, as part of its first phase, feature a 660,000 square meter terminal and 2 runways serving a maximum of 60 million annual passengers. This will, of course, expand to 4 runways and 110 million annual passengers in subsequent phases, along with eventual parking for 270 aircraft.
Wow.
The concrete and steel used for the airport's modular structure will be locally manufactured, and the airport will also be connected to Addis Ababa and the old airport via high-speed rail. According to Zaha Hadid architects, the aesthetic inspiration for the airport's design comes from Ethiopia's vast ethnic diversity, as well as the Great Rift Valley, a section of which passes through Ethiopia and forms what researchers call the birthplace of humanity. To represent the Great Rift Valley, the terminal will have a large central spine, around which be piers of various color palettes and themes to represent diversity. The airport is also being built with a major focus on ease of transit and general comfort and accommodation, with a goal of minimizing the need for passengers in transit to leave the airport. This is due in part to the fact that Ethiopian Airlines oversees a particularly high number of flight transfers, and, of course, this number will only multiply over time. The aim of Zaha Hadid's design is to enable 80% of all connecting passengers to make their connecting flights without ever leaving.
Let's read this real quick. I know I'm gonna do chats in a second. With up to 80% of passengers transiting between destinations without leaving the airport. That's the goal, is to keep your butt in the airport. BIA has been designed to accommodate these requirements, incorporating extensive amenities for traveling passengers, including airside hotel with 350 guest rooms, a wide variety of dining and entertainment facilities, as well as outdoor gardens and courtyards for relaxation. Yo, that is wild. Like, imagine though, you go to the airport, you go to Addis Ababa, you got like a 16-hour layover, and you don't want to really leave the airport. They still got you. They still have amenities. They still have an airport, or sorry, not an airport, but an airside hotel that you can just chill at, get some rest, and then you can hop on your connecting flight out. That's what they're doing. They're trying to keep you at the airport, which is totally understandable. But if you want to leave, that's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want. But the 80% of passengers that stay within the airport, they're like, yo, I went to Ethiopia. I loved their airport. It was the most beautiful airport. It looked better than Singapore's airport, right? This is going to be a world-class airport, y'all. Yeah, I don't think y'all understand. Like, when this stuff is built, and y'all can come back to this video when it opens in 2030 and be like, damn, Jay called it. He was like, he told us how beautiful of an airport it was going to look like. This is insane.
Leaving the airport. This, for context, isn't exactly revolutionary, but it does put Bishoftu in the league of other top-tier global hub airports like Dubai, Doha, Istanbul, Singapore, and so on. Dining facilities, outdoor facilities, and even an airside hotel are all on deck for Bishoftu in order to make passenger transit as seamless and world-class as possible.
Make it look like that.
Meanwhile, technology and techniques such as solar shading, photovoltaic arrays, and natural ventilation will all contribute to Bishoftu's hopeful attainment of LEED Gold certification by the US Green Building Council. It all sounds and looks quite nice, but what does such a development really mean for the people of Ethiopia? And for that matter,
good question.
how likely is it to actually get completed and to see its potential realized? These questions matter not only for Ethiopians, but for the project itself, not to mention the airline and anyone who might benefit from its services in the increasingly globalized future. According to the International Monetary Fund, Ethiopia is assessed as debt distress/debt unsustainable, thanks to missed Eurobond payments that date back to December 2023. The fact that the Bishoftu Airport project is majority funded by outside lenders, as previously discussed, only compounds the stakes. Large airports generally create both direct and indirect employment, as well as local growth due to factors like services popping up around the airport itself. But whether or not Bishoftu will create a big jobs ecosystem depends on complementary policy and broader urban expansion. And as things currently stand, we'd have to be able to simply peer into the minds of Ethiopian officials to get deeper insight into the future on that. One hopes the necessity is recognized sooner or later, but amid the country's current financial situation,
Let's run that chart
the
back.
necessity is recognized sooner or later.
Okay. So Ethiopia government debt to GDP. And I'm going to try to decode this as best as I can. Let's see. Percent of GDP. Damn. Look at, that's 2019, 2020, 2021. 2021 is 54% of their GDP was their debt. So they reduced it. It looks like they reduced it over the years. 2026, it's not even over yet. How is it already at like 33%? It just started. 2026 just started. But it looks like they're reducing their debt to GDP ratio from 2021 moving forward. So that's a good thing, right? Reducing debt. I don't know what this guy's talking about in regards to compounding their debt, missing a Eurobond. I haven't really heard of that before, but they have to get the money from somewhere. They're not going to be like the USA and just spend like they're in Congress, right? Because if you guys don't know, literally 50% of the money here in the USA was printed like 2 or 3 years, like within 2 or 3 years from now, or 2 or 3 years ago. Half the money in circulation. So if they can do a better job than the US, they should be good, because we're good.
But amid the country's current financial situation, the odds are perhaps not entirely in its favor. If the airport succeeds in its goal of becoming Africa's most geopolitically important travel hub, this would create major leverage for Ethiopia that could turn into renewed prosperity for Ethiopians. But there are many ifs involved in this. And speaking of if costs overrun, or cargo and passenger growth disappoint, or if global aviation downturn hits during repayment years, any or all of these factors could turn Bishoftu Airport into a debt amplifier rather than the opposite. So, given all that we've discussed up to this point, here are 3, admittedly tentative, projections for what Bishoftu International Airport could become in the future. First, best case scenario. This is the scenario where everything goes according to plan. Bishoftu opens on schedule, and a managed airport city forms with a real job ladder. This would make the airport a pillar of Ethiopian reform. It is, in fact, quite realistic, especially when you consider the fact that Ethiopian Airlines is already growing quite fast. And Bishoftu is, in sense, merely the solution to accommodate that already existing growth. But this scenario is far from guaranteed. Another, more middle ground scenario would be that the completion date gets extended, and Bishoftu is eventually opened, but at increased cost. The strain on Bole Airport is greatly relieved, and Ethiopian Airlines is able to continue growing, but benefits are highly concentrated and perhaps broadly underwhelming, with rural Ethiopians feeling little, if any, impact. For what it's worth, this is what research suggests often happens with airport-led development.
Yeah.
To put it simply, uneven success. Then there is, of course, the worst-case scenario. Unfortunately, it's all too easy to imagine what this might look like. The project could encounter unexpected delays, speed bumps could impede the financing, political instability could resurge, passenger and cargo could, for one reason or another, fall short of their current projections.
I like where he's going with this regarding like the scenarios, because these are real scenarios to where things could fail or get delayed. But I think when you are going to be building an airport in a city that is not as developed as Addis Ababa, what I think is going to happen long term for that specific area is that it will experience some type of economic upturn, because you will have those people that want to leave the airport and may not have enough time to go to Addis Ababa. They want to kind of explore the city that's around the airport that they're at. In this new airport, it won't be directly in Addis Ababa. It will be close by, 40 kilometers, roughly 20 miles. And that's not far away, right? Even if by high-speed rail, it should be like a 10-minute ride. But if you want to explore the city around the airport, the new airport, that's going to really give a significant upturn economically to that part of the city. It's going to create additional avenues for people to be employed in regards to tourism. And it should have a positive economic impact if people are actually going and leaving the airport. I think they should actually do what they're doing in China, right? So China has a transit visa. If you are transiting through any airports in China from a different country, even if you don't have a pre-approved visa, you could have a transit visa that gives you, I believe, 72 hours to explore the country or city that you're in China. And if they implement the same thing in Ethiopia, I'm not sure of like what the visa requirements are for Ethiopia because I haven't been there yet. But if they implemented something that is akin to that, like to that, they're going to bring in a lot of tourism dollars. I think that's a smarter way to do it. Encourage people to leave the airport and spend their money outside of the airport rather than trying to keep them in, but also give them that option. I'm like, hey, if you want to stay here, you have a 6-hour layover, you don't have time to really go out, you can just stay here at the airport and be entertained here for 6 hours and be good. But for those people that have like longer layovers, you should encourage them to explore the city, the country of Ethiopia, and kind of spend their money. At the end of the day, this is like literally money will get this built, and the lack of money will actually cause delays. So you have to make sure that you can generate dollars when this stuff is being built and established. So we're pretty much at the end of the video. So I'll go through a few comments here. I got a lot of chats that like piled up, man. So my apologies, guys. Let's see. Damn, it's a long. The 1929 and 1959 agreement by the British only had the majority of the water to Egypt and Palestine, which was effed up. But thanks to when the Arab uprising happened and used the opportunity. Yeah, you know. Let's see. My bro, you need to come to Addis. Anytime you looking to go to Addis, shout me. I will hook you up. I don't unfortunately live there, but I am part and partial in the fabric. You need that. You know more than me by now. Hey man, is that some type of slang, bro? I don't know, bro. But hit me up on Instagram, man. I wonder how long it would take to build the airport. Me too. They're telling us 2030, but with big projects like this, you honestly, there's no telling. Because it's such a large structure, you don't know. Like if you're building somebody's house, right? You can be like, yo, 6 months, you'll have a house. Cool. 6 months later, boom, you have a house. But if you're building something that hasn't existed before and it's a huge project and you're like, yo, give us 4 years from now and we'll have your airport, that typically won't be on schedule. And it will be a miracle if it's on time. Can't wait for it to be built. Yeah, bro, me too, man. I really want to go and see this damn airport. It looks absolutely fantastic. The government of Ethiopia is, bro, come on, man. It's a family show, man. Yeah, that's the main thing. They'll create lots of employment. Yeah, I agree, man. I really do agree. Don't worry for the problems. The man is Dr. Abiy Ahmed. Yo, Abiy Ahmed, man, he's really out here making some real big changes. You know, you gotta spend money to get money, man. If you ain't spending money to get money, then you're losing money. There are beautiful resorts in the Bishoftu and beautiful lakes. You know what? Where is Bishoftu, bro? Let me explore real quick. Nope, I don't want to know about the airport. The actual town. Is it in English?
A small town full of life.
It's only 3 minutes, guys.
This is Bishoftu, formerly known as Debrecen. It is found just 45 minutes away from Ethiopia's capital, Addis Ababa. Famous for its 7 breathtaking lakes and its mountains, Bishoftu is now a favorable place for foreign as well as local tourists.
The Bishoftu town was a forgotten town, but despite that, thanks to the current works, it is becoming a major tourist destination.
Tourism.
This beautiful town is not only a place where nature is seen at her best, it's also a place where art galleries like this one exist, open for all visitors.
First of all, this town has the best transport access around. One can come here at any time of the day. Besides, the weather is nice, so its closeness to Addis Ababa, the waters and the choice of recreational centers make it a place to be chosen.
The natural bounty here is amazing. And recently, investors are building all the best hotels here, and that is attracting tourists.
It looks like this mesmerizing landscape is in danger because of poor environmental protection. People like Sahalu, who is an Ethiopian diaspora returnee from Canada and who owns this beautiful hotel inside Bishoftu town, say the environmental degradation in the area might jeopardize the very existence of the lakes here.
There is a tendency that whatever you do to get money is okay, but the truth is, no, it's not okay. If in getting money you're destroying the environment, you're destroying the future of our children, our grandchildren, and the generation to come. So I strongly believe that environmental conservation should be part and parcel of our investment philosophy.
With close to 1 million people residing in it, Bishoftu aspires even more. Officials say they want to make the town East Africa's major tourist destination.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. But you got to protect the environment, bro. You can still like build the stuff out without issue. Just protect the environment, like he said, right? You got to protect it for our future generations, because enough of the excuses like, oh, it's not going to impact it's not going to impact me in my lifetime. It's going to impact my kids' kids. Why wouldn't you want to make a better place for them? Why would you want to make it worse to have them deal with more problems in the future? That mindset never really stuck with me. I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, why would you want to make it worse for people in the future? Let's see. How long we've been on? We've been on for about an hour and 15. Let's see. Yeah, it's an old video, bro, for sure. It's an old video for sure. This video looks old. Bishoftu resort videos or Eritrea celebrations might show the town much better. This town has 7 lakes, very green and hot weather than Addis, with green all over and fresh air. Hey, listen, we're gonna take a visit when they open an airport. I'm taking a visit. So let's see. The last infrastructure project, and let me actually pull up that Stephen Nduku video so we can do that too. Stephen Crowder. Let's see, Stephen Nduku. Let's see. This is for London Board for Life, man. This is my guy. Yep, that one right there. So I'm gonna have that loaded up. And we'll move on to the last infrastructure project. And the last infrastructure project is, shoot, I had it up too. It's the video that's about to autoplay right now. So there is a road or a railway from Addis Ababa to neighboring Djibouti. And I looked this up on ChatGPT, and it's already built, right? So this is already built out, and the reason why they built this railway to Djibouti, my 8-year-old brain is like, it has so many jokes, but the importance of it was to get things from Djibouti, so from the port of Djibouti to the landlocked country of Ethiopia and straight to Addis Ababa. Simply put, that's like the most simple terms ever. So this was a super important railway being built so that people can get stuff from the port, since Ethiopia is landlocked after it's split with Eritrea. This is 9 minutes. It's a long video. I don't know how long we're gonna watch this for, and it's an old video too, 3 years old. It's fine. Let's get a little bit of information, then I can kind of break it down, hopefully a little bit more after watching a little bit of the video, and then we'll move on to the Stephen Nduku video, and then we'll get back to some chats as well. I didn't really know much about Djibouti, to be honest. Yeah, me either, man. Are people from Djibouti considered Habesha as well? Because since it's right next to Eritrea and Somaliland? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat.
My YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the $2 billion Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway project and China's investment in East Africa. The Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway is a 756-kilometer railway line that can...
I can't stand this AI voice, man. But guys, just one quick point to my people that are looking to invest in Africa in the future. If you ever in your life see the country of China investing into an infrastructure project, if you ever see China in Africa or in the Caribbean or in other places around the world, if you see their investment into that particular country or city, that city should be something that you should look into investing in. Because when China invests into something, it's going to become a big deal. Let's see.
Next, the Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa to the port city of Djibouti. The railway line was built with the help of Chinese investment and technology and was officially opened in 2018. The railway project is one of the biggest infrastructure investments in East Africa and is expected to boost regional trade and economic growth. The Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway is an electrified standard gauge railway line that was constructed by the China Railway Group Limited and the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. The railway line was built over a period of 4 years and was financed by a loan from the Export-Import Bank of China. The railway project was part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, which is a global infrastructure development strategy aimed at connecting China to the rest of the world through the construction of new...
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do this voice anymore. This voice is so terrible on this video. Let's see. Let's see if we can find another video. I thought that was going to be it. Oh, Harriet Anabo actually took the train to Djibouti. What?
You had a good ride?
Oh, word? Shout out to Harriet Anabo. Let's actually fast forward. She actually hit me up in the comments on her last video that I reviewed, and shout out to Harriet, man. I'm just curious. I just want to see her experience taking the train, because it's a super important like railway that a lot of people have never really talked about. I haven't seen it in the news a lot, but this is a huge deal as well. So essentially, before we play this video, infrastructure for countries is so important, and I know this stream won't get a lot of views, and that's totally okay. But we have to understand the importance of building infrastructure for not only people visiting your country or city, but also for the citizens that already exist in the country. So what Ethiopia is doing is double dipping. It's doing both. It's investing in future tourists or visitors coming to the country, and it's also building infrastructure for its existing citizens and to assist them and help them in their daily lives. So they built this railway for goods, services, and people to be transported to and from the port city in Djibouti to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is landlocked, that we know that already. So they don't have any access to the water. So that means that everything that it has imported, it has to be brought in by trucks and slower means of transportation. But with this I don't want to say high-speed rail, but with this rail, they can actually get goods and people to and from quickly and affordably as well. So this is going to substantially lower the cost of goods being brought into the country and imported substantially for the existing citizens within Ethiopia. So that's why it's important. And you pair that along with what we just talked about. We talked about the dam, the GERD, which is going to help the country of Ethiopia generate renewable electricity for its citizens and be able to sell the excess electricity to other countries, making them money and making them self-sustainable. And you have the airport in Bishoftu being of net benefit for both tourists and the existing citizens in Bishoftu. Being hired in the tourism sector is going to generate revenue for the country, for the government, and it's going to provide really nice experiences for the visitors and tourists that come to the country as well. So you're looking at an entire revamp of a country's image, economy, and just the improvement of people's everyday lives. We're seeing it happen right before our eyes. So for us to kind of ignore what's going on in Ethiopia and being blind to it, right? Doing the Stevie Wonder, we have to really pay attention and understand that when this stuff is built and they're already a superpower and we missed our time to invest in it, whose fault is that? That's our fault. If we miss out on opportunities like this, investing in Africa is the future, bro. It's the future. You can't deny it at this point. Okay. See if we can get to a talking point here.
My last video, you can tell that we traveled from Haral to Diridawa because of this train, because actually it travels only in the night. Yeah, and again, if you want to use it, you have to book like so early. You have to book like so early because I think it takes like it takes like 2 days.
2 days?
Again using that.
Bro, 2 days? They need a high-speed rail, man. It needs to be high speed, bro. And that's faster than it used to be on like taking roads. That's why it's reducing the cost of having stuff imported from the port city, because it's reduced travel time and reduced costs to fuel. So I don't know about this, bro. Yeah, but still, shout out to Harriet Anabo for the video. And this is more recent as well. It's 5 months. So shout out to her, man. Go subscribe to Harriet Anabo for that as well. And yeah, Linda Boy for Life. I just subscribed to her channel. Yeah, man. She's a great content creator, man. And she's a partner for sure. Djibouti is a melting pot. So many jokes can be made from that comment. But yeah, I think so. I believe so as well. See Riverside Project. What is that? Riverside. Whoa. Why is that the first thing that comes up? This is a big deal? This is a big deal. Addis Ababa's new Riverside project inside Afin Chober Park. What is this? Is this English? Yo, what is this? This is why I love doing the live streams, bro. So what is this supposed to be? And this is the Riverside project. Yo, look at the art. They have nothing like this in the States, in the US. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT real quick to see what the heck this is. What is this? This was the Riverside project in Addis Ababa. What is the Riverside project? Project in Addis Ababa. What is this, man? Man, shout out to ChatGPT, bro. The Riverside project in Addis Ababa is a massive urban redevelopment and environmental project transforming the city's rivers and surrounding areas. Here's a clear breakdown. What the Riverside project is, it's a large-scale city transformation project launched around 2019 under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. This man got his hands in everything, bro. I keep telling y'all, man. This is one of my favorite people. Even though he ain't perfect, I get it. Nobody's perfect, man. Everyone's human. Everyone has their flaws, but you can't deny that he has a very positive impact on Ethiopia's image to the world. The plan is to redevelop the riverbanks across Addis Ababa, stretching roughly 50 to 56 kilometers from the Entoto Mountains down to the Akaki River. So the main goals of the project, one is to clean and restore polluted rivers. Many rivers in Addis Ababa were heavily polluted and neglected. The project focuses on cleaning water, improving sanitation, and restoring ecosystems. Create green public spaces, parks, walkways, bike paths, and gardens are being built along rivers. Boost tourism and city image, bro. Designed to make Addis Ababa more attractive to visitors. Includes modern parks, lighting, and recreational areas. Oh my goodness gracious. And then the economic development, which is going to be able to create jobs, construction, tourism, small businesses, encourages riverside businesses and local economic activity. Wow. Yeah, we're not doing anything like this in the States. Why? Why are we not doing this in the States? Are you freaking serious? What the heck, bro? DeepSeek. I don't know if I trust DeepSeek. DeepSeek is like a Chinese ChatGPT. Okay, I think we saw a lot of this already. But they're making it look so good. Oh, is this spam in the chat, bro? Who is this? Whoa, and is this still being constructed? Or is it already finished? When was the video posted? 3 weeks ago? So it looks like it's being still built. But just understanding like the positives behind it, like cleaner water, right? Cleaner water, that should be a given, bro. People should be able to have access to clean water. It should be a given human right to have clean water. This is incredible. I mean, it looks like there's still a lot of work to be done. But as you guys like read along with me on here, this is supposed to be a big deal. It's supposed to be a big deal, man. River cleanup, drainage improvements. It just has all the upsides to an infrastructure project, which is to benefit the greater good of the people. And this is incredible. I'm glad. What is this? Kangaroo Academy? Shout out to you. Nice mustache. What the? Most random comments, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in. Oh man, nice mustaches. Absolutely wild work. The rails between Djibouti and Addis tell a century-old story, from Melanic's steam engines to today's high-speed electric lines. Okay, thank you, man. Thank you for that. The new sport park is great also. Listen, Ethiopia is coming up, man. And that I had no idea about that project. So there's way more things going on, like with boots on the ground, than I'm able to even catch up with, like from like an online perspective. So they're not really documenting too much of this stuff. And the stuff that's being documented isn't being pushed out in the algorithm on YouTube. So we all know how the algorithm works on YouTube, is that the more useless brain rot content that you can put out there, that gets pushed in the algorithm. The stuff that's educational and what people should actually find out about, that is not pushed in the algorithm. So guys, today so far, got another project? Bro. Come on, man. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, this is that Sam Chewy Ethiopian Airlines video. I watched this on my own, and this was a really good video. I don't know if we have enough time to review this, but Sam Chewy went inside Ethiopian Airlines, and the way that they run shop with the Ethiopian Airlines inside of the international airport in Addis Ababa, it's an insane operation. So I highly recommend you guys go watch that. That was a really good video. Let me see. The Chaka project. Ethiopia. So what is this? Another project? Abiy Ahmed is on this too? Bro, what?
Commander of all she surveys, Adenech Ababe is on a nighttime inspection tour.
On one hand, we had to protect the city's heritage and iconic landmarks. On the other, we needed to renew rundown areas.
Daylight reveals the scale of the project. Every corner of this sprawling city of 6 million people.
On the hills of Addis Ababa, a new city is rising, one built with billions of dollars, powered by smart technology and designed to transform Ethiopia's capital forever. But behind the stunning visuals and bold promises, a question remains. Who is this future really built for?
Bro, I'm tired of these AI videos, bro.
Africa is no longer waiting. Cities are taking shape. Kanza City in Kenya, Echo Atlantic in Nigeria, Vision City in Rwanda, and now Chaka in Ethiopia. Africa is no longer waiting for the future, it's building it. Addis Ababa, one of Africa's fastest growing capitals, faces enormous pressure from urban sprawl and a rising population. Over 5 million people live here, and the city's modern capitals. Chapter 2. What is the Chaka project?
Thank you.
The Chaka project is a 503-hectare smart city development located on Yeka Hill, northeast of Addis Ababa. According to official plans, it will feature over 29 kilometers of new roads, 3 artificial lakes, and a mix of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces. This vast site is part of Ethiopia's effort to create a city within a city. Instead of adding new neighborhoods, the government is building an entirely new urban ecosystem, complete with housing, complexes, business districts, hotels, and digital infrastructure. The total estimated cost? Over $8.7 billion, making it one of the largest urban projects in the nation's history. Officials describe it as the foundation of Ethiopia.
Bro, where they get all this money from, bro? Where are they getting all this money from? Let me hold one of those dollars, bro. Let me hold $1. Yeah, so essentially it's a brand new city. From what I can gather, it's a brand new city where they're gonna have like man-made lakes. They're gonna have residential, commercial. It's essentially an overflow from Addis Ababa. and it's like a master planned community that is built with brand new infrastructure. Cool. Okay. Man, you guys got some really good chats, man. That's why I got the best like subscribers, the best family members on YouTube, I believe, man. You guys are not only very generous when it comes to giving to charities, but you guys are also informational when it comes to the chat here. So just thanks to you guys, man. These different videos that we're looking at exposing this stuff to more people, because I had no idea about these existing projects going on in Ethiopia. The river was bad, but now amazing change. Even small fish is back. Whoa. That's when you can tell that the environment is turning for the better, is when the animals start to return. Riverside Project was one of the first projects that started this whole Addis transformation. I had no clue. Bro. Thank you. If there's development, there is Dr. That's true, though. That's true. Hey, brother. I watch all your videos and live in USA, but thank you so much. Live in the US. No, thank you, bro. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys commenting on the videos and supporting. Thank you so much. Let's see. Who got what money again? What? This is from Twitch. This is a Twitch chat. Yeah, I was asking about where's Ethiopia getting all this money from to build all of these projects simultaneously? Foreign investment, I think. Are you real? Yes. Oh, wait, the chat is delayed. Okay. Ooh, is this a hater? Let's go. All right. What is you talk about? We been rich. You just don't know you are white educated. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Listen, being educated on the continent of Africa is very difficult to do if you were born and raised in the USA or in any Western country that speaks English. Because what we are taught in school isn't necessarily the truth about Africa. And we understand that that slavery occurred, the slave trade happened mainly within Western Africa. Beyond that, I didn't learn much about Africa in school. Right, we learned about the slave trade and things like that, but as far as the importance of different countries within Africa, I didn't learn that until later on in my adult life, when I started to explore different countries within Africa. I started watching YouTube. I was a subscriber of Wodamaya very early on. Before I even did reaction videos, I would just watch Wodamaya's videos. I would watch Stephen Nduku's videos. I would watch Taya Waina videos. And this is all before I started doing this on YouTube. And I was like, yo, there's something going on the continent. Like, why are people continuously making videos about certain countries within Africa when I was told long ago that Africa is poor? Oh, they're living in mud huts. They don't have any money. They have no clean water. They don't have food. But yet I was seeing on YouTube Wodamaya, Taya Waina, Stephen Nduku showing how great Africa actually is. They're very wealthy. They have nice resorts. They have modern amenities. They have money. They have clean water. They have infrastructure projects. This is happening real time. So I can't help how I was originally raised. I had no real choice in that. But as I reach adulthood, that turns everything on its head. So it's my responsibility to learn about the world after I reach a certain age in adulthood. So if you're raised as a kid, you have no choice on that, right? But if you become an adult, it is your responsibility to learn about the world. And it was my duty to learn about the world, especially Africa, and kind of expose it to a brand new audience, right? So I don't have control over what I was taught in school because I literally had no choice in the matter. But as I grew up and discovered more about Africa, I started to go head first into the information about Africa. So I am actually pretty educated. I have 2 degrees, one in finance and one in accounting. And there's 2 bachelor degrees. So I am quite educated, my friend. So I don't know what that hate comment was about, but hopefully that was able to address that for you and let you know that I am actually pretty educated. And if you are watching my channel, that means that you want to be educated on the matter as well. So I appreciate the support because, you know, that's an additional person that has eyeballs on Africa, on Ethiopia. So thank you for tuning in, man. There's no hate from my end. I'm just addressing the comment. We really don't know where the money is coming from, which is concerning in a way. Hopefully it's not aid, because aid is a trap for any African country. That's so true to think about, man. That's so true. Because if you think about it, you got 15 billion for the airport. Part of it is finance from overseas, like Middle East, Europe, and China. Then you have the dam, which is 5 billion. And then you have the rail, which was financed by China. The dam was financed by Ethiopians. And then you have the infrastructure projects like the Riverside project. We don't know where that money's coming from, but it's a lot of money, man. We don't know where it's coming from. But I understand the amount of money being poured into the dam, at least, because you can recoup that with selling the excess electricity to different countries. So you can recoup your losses, at least from the dam, from a financial perspective. Let's see. Wait. Are you implying that the education syllabus is outdated? Yes. Yes, 100%. 100%. The American curriculum in school is literally leagues behind the European system or the British system. This is why people that are that are educated in Europe. This is why people educated in Europe overseas, they come over to America. They're way more intelligent than we are. They come over here and kill it in the tech industry, become doctors, become engineers, become lawyers. The British curriculum, I think, is a lot more intensive, and that's why the countries that were conquered by Britain and go by like the British education system, they come over to America and absolutely destroy us from like an intelligence perspective. But I gotta admit it, most Americans are not that smart. I'm just saying it. Like we've all been thinking it. If you ever had an interaction with Americans, typically overseas, they're pretty intelligent. But when you come here to America, you find out that 80, like the majority, I don't want to say 80%, but there's a large majority of Americans that don't even have a passport, never left the country. Their mind is so centered on the U.S. being the greatest country on earth, and it is to a degree, but it's losing now at a crazy rate when it comes to like from an economic standpoint. It's not the top dog anymore. But the intelligence level of some Americans it's just baffling, bro. I watched some like live shows where they ask people to name 3 countries in the world, and they can't name 3 countries, and they're an adult. Wild, man. Yeah, it's outdated for sure. Africa is still the poorest and least developed continent in the world. True, very true. But you gotta imagine, like, Africa is a huge continent. I don't think y'all understand the scale of how large Africa is. Because on certain maps, like on the Mercator projection, Africa looks like the same size as South America. Oh my gosh, Google, chill. Google gotta chill out, bro. So this is the Mercator projection. Africa looks almost the same size as South America on this map here. But when you actually take a look at the real map of the world, not just like the Mercator projection here, Africa is substantially larger than South America. So you're going to have countries that are extremely poor, right? And a lot of them are. And I'm not going to lie about that. but there also are a lot of countries within Africa that are very wealthy. Okay? So if we look at the real map, real size of Africa versus South America. Yeah, so let's see. Yep, even AI says it. So Africa is massive, covering about 30 million kilometers, often misrepresented as small due to Mercator distortion. It is over 1.5 times larger than South America, which covers 17.8 million square kilometers. Africa can fit the US, China, India, and most of Europe within it. Africa is huge, bro. People don't understand the scale. They look at Google Maps and be like, oh, yeah, it's the same size as South America. Bro, you need to go back to school, bro. Africa is huge, if y'all didn't know that. Let's see. Actually, Chaka is the pilot project. I'm looking to the side. Oh, my bad. I'm looking to the side. I'm looking to the side because my other screen that shows the comments is on this side. So it says, actually, Chaka is the pilot project estimated to be about $10 billion after complete. $10 billion? Holy. After completing the smart satellite city, the prime minister is planning to make the same cities next at Gerd, Gemma, and Arbaminch. Yo, I think Dr. Abiy Ahmed is going to go down in the history books as one of the biggest changers within Africa. One of the biggest turnarounds will be Ethiopia, but like hands down, bro. You can't deny it at this point. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing out there. Ethiopia is rich. Dr. Abiy came to power. All money spent on development. There is no aid, no commercial loan, just clean management. I mean, I'll have to respectfully disagree on that because we literally just saw a video that showed that the the airport is actually being financed by overseas money. So we actually just saw that it's being financed by people in the Middle East, China, and Europe. So all those three places in the world, they're giving money to Ethiopia for their airport. So it's not all it's aid, bro. It's literal aid. It's being managed hopefully very well, but it's foreign aid being coming into Ethiopia. But Ethiopia is rich. I'm not going to deny that. The airport is almost funded by America, but the rest, especially of the road construction and buildings from UAE pocket, and that raises an issue. How it will be resolved to the future? We don't know. We don't know. We just simply don't know. Can't deny the positives behind it, though. It's a link for the new athletic park in Addis Ababa. Okay. Prime Minister said the construction is being funded by business owners who want to open stores by Riverside Parks and the government. Okay. It's massive, bro. It's massive. Some of the money is coming from land lease sales, which the government does. The other source is controlled. Bro, we don't know if it's corrupt. There are huge donations received. Do we know it's corrupt? All governments are corrupt to a degree. All those three places is going to benefit of the development and send the money back to their countries, which is sad. Yeah, it is sad though. But listen, if you're in charge of a country and you need some bread or you need some money to build an infrastructure project, and your country just ain't got it like that, they don't have the money for it, you're gonna be like, yo, I need to tap on my neighbor's shoulder. Hey, Europe. Hey, Middle East. China. We need to build some infrastructure in our country, make it better for tourists and our people. We need a loan real quick. We're going to pay the loan back over 10 to 20 years, way after I'm out of office. But right now, we need that infrastructure right now. I would be like, yeah, let me just take that money from China, build the infrastructure, make sure it's successful and it's ran properly. so we can really pay back that loan and we can truly own it. And I think that's what Dr. Abiy Ahmed is thinking, is that, yeah, we'll take the money now, but we need to make sure we pay these guys back, because if we don't, we're cooked. Like we're cooking ourselves by borrowing money from China, from Middle East, from Europe. And if we don't pay these guys back, we're cooked. So I think Dr. Abiy Ahmed is going to make some really good choices in paying them back on time. I hope. Got a chat before that. Not an aid, but long-term loan. Yeah, it's a long-term loan, bro. That's how the world kind of works. The world works on usury, if you guys didn't know. The world works on usury, so the world works on credit. If you don't have a good credit score, at least in the USA, you ain't getting squat. You can't even finance a a piece of paper without credit, bro. And let's see. Chaka is financed by public-private partnership. The government just built the infrastructure and gave the land to real estate. What? Real estates, both local and abroad. Man, the chats are going crazy. That's the airlines. We're talking about the city. He said no loans. Lots of people can't believe that they are rich people in Ethiopia and foreigners can't own property. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of very wealthy Ethiopians. I know a lot of them out here in Las Vegas as well. And they got bread, bro. They got a lot of money out here, man. A lot of money. And I love my Ethiopians out here in Vegas as well. So, yeah, there are rich people in Ethiopia. There are rich people in every single country in the world, for the most part, besides like North Korea. Nah, I wouldn't say Ethiopia is cooked right now. There's going to be a series of events that need to happen for Ethiopia to be cooked. And the first thing that they have to avoid is defaulting on their loans. That's the only thing. If they can actually pay these folks back that they've taken loans from, they're good. But as soon as they default on these loans, cooked. With every big project with that, there's an uncertainty that comes with it, no matter what country you are, and that's understandable. Yeah, there's that, and a lot of risk that comes to be involved as well. There's a lot of risk. Whoops, where's the video at? Right here. Yeah, but listen, I would rather have a country that at least tried to become developed than a country that didn't try at all. That's just me. That is just me. All right, guys. We are moving on to our boy, Stephen Ndukwu. And this was a video that was put in the chat by Mr. London Boy for Life, one of my day one supporters. Shout out to you, man. This is... Don't forget to, for my YouTube people, man, don't forget to click on the link that's pinned in the chat. That's to become a channel member. And the packages start at 99 cents a month, which is cheaper than a cup of coffee. So if you want to go and support the channel and make the channel better in the future, go ahead and support if you can. And you can influence the live stream, and your comments and your chats are prioritized as well when I do live stream. So just be aware that there are privileges that members get that not everybody else gets. So just a reminder for that. Let's see. Actually, Chaka. Oh, yeah. I read that already. Okay. I got you, bro. Prime Minister said, we will make Ethiopia the largest economy in Africa by 2036. W, Dr. Abiy Ahmed. All right, guys. Stephen Ndukwu. The title is, I visited the country nobody wants to live in. Emptiest on earth. Good old Namibia. I might have to dig deeper into Namibia as well. And guys, we are pivoting to Namibia. So all my Ethiopian people that love Ethiopia, I love Ethiopia still, but we still gotta go to different countries as well. And I'm very interested in Namibia. It is a beautiful country. Let's go ahead and check it out from Stephen Ndukwu.
Could this be a country without human population? I mean, the emptiest country in the world? Just long empty roads stretching into nothing. What is this place? How did I even get here?
It's in the middle of a desert. Is anyone here?
There are no crowded cities, no busy highways. Just small villages scattered across a massive landscape.
And you might not see another person for hours. Because here I have been working. I haven't found anybody.
Wow.
I found myself driving through places far away from human civilization. Just the ocean, the desert, large canyons, and neighborhoods disappearing the surface of the earth.
Some cities have turned ghost town.
Damn.
Because it has been abandoned.
But why is it empty? Why can't I find any human here? Oh, there's a village here in the middle of nowhere.
Why can't I find
But
humans here?
why are they dressed like this? To find out, you'd watch me journey across this country to understand why it is empty and what it really means to live in a place where emptiness is the greatest treasure.
Whoa.
Relying on this Toyota Hilux 4x4 as my means of transportation and shelter.
Guess my bed for the night has been set.
For the next 10 days. Welcome to the country of
Namibia.
My journey starts here. I've just stepped into one of the most remote and dangerous places on Earth, the Skeleton Coast.
Namibia does have a lot of potential, bro.
I just arrived at the Skeleton Coast.
A 500-kilometer stretch of emptiness, mystery, and silence. Honestly, I had no idea what I was walking into. This coastline is so harsh that the Portuguese sailors once called it the Gate of Hell. And when you stand here, you can see it for yourself.
So right here, I see a wrecked ship right here. There's a huge story of how it came about. Just right here, the shores of the ocean.
For centuries, ships trying to pass this coast would get trapped in thick Atlantic fog, smashed by violent waves, and left behind, abandoned in the sand. And that is why the shoreline is littered with shipwrecks and rusting metals, a real evidence of how unforgiving this place is.
So here in Skeleton Coast, driving along the shores, I'm seeing like bones of animals. Now the question is, I don't know how long these bones have been here. It looks like they've been here for hundreds and hundreds of years.
There are even whale skeletons scattered across the ground, because for centuries, whales were hunted and butchered across this coastline. Their skeletons, along with seal colonies that thrive here today, add to the haunting atmosphere.
There's even a big bone right there. It's definitely a sea turtle, like a giant sea turtle. This one.
Damn.
It looks like it's been here for hundreds of thousands of years. I'm not very sure.
And today, it is still as scary. No cities, no villages, no people, just wind, fog, and silence.
Maybe I'm still going to drive forward just a little bit to see, because I heard there's a bone of a dinosaur here. I'm not 100% sure.
This was meant to be a mining site, but it's been eaten up by dust and wind.
So they of course tried to put a mine here to mine, I don't know, diamonds, gold, whatever. It wasn't successful. So since then, it has been abandoned and left at the mercies of sand.
They say nothing can thrive here in Skeleton Coast, and that's why it is empty. I drove over 5 hours and didn't see a single human being, and that is when it hit me. This isn't just empty, it is extreme emptiness.
Wait, y'all, I don't think y'all get it. Like, Namibia is very, very empty. And it's a large country too. I actually did a research project back in middle school in Namibia. And it's a huge country, but nobody's there. So I don't know why. I would love to know why people don't live in Namibia, bro.
But as I continued traveling south to discover why this place is empty, deeper into the desert, I started noticing something strange.
So what is actually happening here is nature is trying to reclaim back what was taken away from it.
The sand It is moving. You can literally see the direction of the wind shaping the land. And then out of nowhere, I saw something. A neighborhood, but with no people.
I'm wondering, like, what is this place like? It's in the middle of a desert, and
it's a free house, bro.
It has like an abandoned building. There's nobody here. Who's here?
Oh shoot.
Is anyone here? Hello? Well, I guess it's just an abandoned building here. Just at the back there's a train station right here. I'm probably gonna go find information as to why this building does exist, because it looks old.
This place is called Kolmanskop, and here it looks exactly like a ghost town.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Houses filled up with sand, doors leading nowhere, silence everywhere. It almost feels haunted. Remember that moving sound we saw earlier on? This is where it ends up.
In the toilet?
Here's what I discovered. This place wasn't always like this. In the early 19th century, Kolmanskop was one of the richest towns in Africa, all because of diamonds. German settlers rushed here after diamonds were discovered, and they built a mini European town in the middle of the desert. We are talking about mansions, a hospital, a school, even a casino in the middle of nowhere. But when the diamonds started running out in the 1930s, so did the people. And by 1956, the town was completely abandoned and the desert slowly took it back. Today, sand fills the living room, staircases lead to buried floors, entire houses are disappearing. It is a powerful reminder of how fast wealth can disappear. Standing here, it is just me and the sound of the wind.
Whoa.
Guys, it is so quiet here that I can actually hear my own breath. Like, can you guys hear? I gosh, you can't hear my heartbeat.
Can't hear anything, bro.
And here, I'm not staying till nightfall. I gotta leave this place right now. Just a few kilometers away is Loderist. Unlike Kolmanskop, people still live here, but it still feels isolated. Colorful German-style buildings line up the streets, a reminder of Namibia's colonial past. But the town is trapped, desert on one side, cold Atlantic Ocean on the other. It feels like the edge of the world.
All right, I guess it's time I try to figure out how to operate this. This is going to be my bed for the night.
I camped at the Quiver Tree Forest to see these ancient trees, some hundreds of years old, standing scattered across the rocky landscape. And at sunset, everything turns deep orange that makes the whole place look surreal. You can see I'm here to practice astrophotography, and you'll see in a bit. And because there is no human population, some of the clearest skies in the world can be seen here.
Hey, we gotta always have some fried chicken on deck, bro.
I made dinner and got ready, but something unexpected happened.
Guys, such an unfortunate day for me, and I've just been waiting for the skies to clear out so the stars can come alive, because Namibia has one of the clearest skies, so that's why it's a dream destination.
Is this real? That's real?
Alive, because Namibia has.
Bro, if I can go to Namibia and see that, yo, I wouldn't want to leave, man. That's incredible. If this is real, this is not AI. Yo, this is incredible. I need to see this with my own eyes, man.
One of the clearest skies, so that's why it's a dream destination for stargazing and astrophotography. So that's actually one of the reasons why I came here. This exactly is the kind of shot that I wanted to take, like a time lapse. So I'm just gonna go right now to my tent, grab some sleep, but also keep my eyes on the weather to see if it's gonna clear.
That's real. It was cloudy all
I
night.
had heard about a group of people living deep in this emptiness, so I needed to see how they survive. Let us go. But to understand just how empty the country of Namibia really is, let's compare it to Lagos. Lagos covers about 1,170 square kilometers and is home to more than 20 million people.
Sheesh.
Meanwhile, Namibia stretches across a massive 823,000 square kilometers, but the entire country has about 2.5 million people. So that means Namibia is roughly 700 times larger than Lagos. Yet, Lagos alone has as many times more people than the whole country, with a population density of about 4 persons per square kilometers, making Namibia one of the most sparsely populated countries on earth after Mongolia. Up north, near the border of Angola, lives the Himba, one of the last semi-nomadic communities in Africa, identifiable by their unique hairstyle made of clay. And somehow they've mastered survival in this harsh land.
What is the everyday life of a Himba person?
The everyday life is an amazing life they live. They only move into places because in search of food, shelter, and as well food for their livestock.
I didn't expect
That's
this.
why you find them in different places, and they move from places to places. What defines wealth is cattle, the livestock.
The more cattle you have,
Yeah,
it means the
you are
more-
wealth.
Cattle provide food, shelter, and identity. Water is extremely scarce, so instead of bathing, they cover their skin with a mixture of butter fat and rare ultra. It protects them from the sun and gives them that iconic red look.
So because there's no milk right now, they use this butter, and then they mix together to make this thing.
The Himba people, how frequently do they have their bath?
This is the bathing.
When you rub this, you never have to put water on your body.
Maybe you just in the face.
Their homes are built from mud and wood. Very simple, but perfectly.
What? So so help me understand. So the clay is their bath? So they hold on, go back.
In the face.
Hold on, bro.
You never have to put water on your body.
Maybe you just in the face.
Their homes are built from mud and wood. Very simple, but
explain
perfectly
it.
adapted to the environment.
This is a hut.
That's
where
crazy.
the Himba people live in, right? So it's just made of mud, and then you have a thatch roof with wood.
Being here feels like stepping into a standing, and you want to know why? It is because it is too dry for them to decompose. This place is called Dead Flea. It feels like walking through a photograph. A white clay pan surrounded by red dunes, filled with dead trees. This is unbelievable, but haunting. Even in this emptiness, traveling several kilometers, I am still able to
Yeah,
run my
Big Daddy.
business with just a click of a button using Odoo, the sponsor of today's video.
So just to your acquaintance, after this and self, just like I am right now, traveling, try out.
About 40% of Namibia is protected as national parks, reserved for
Wow.
conservation. In busy cities, you'd worry about running into a human or another car while driving. But here, you have to watch out for animals. They roam around and cross the road as they like. Look, there are signs everywhere. In this country, you see animals everywhere for free. You don't need to travel to Serengeti in Tanzania to see zebras. Look at them, they're right there. As I drove more and more in the middle of nowhere, a mountain appears.
Guys, welcome to Skip Scope.
It is called
Bro, this is incredible. But what YouTuber laughs at his own jokes on a voiceover? Yo, Stephen Duku's hilarious, but I was like, bro, just laughed at his own joke on a voiceover. It's crazy.
I feel like the Lion King. Where is Simba?
The coolest part is, I'm the only one here. So I guess
where's
it's a
Simba?
good opportunity to tell you about the travel guide. So I'd like you guys to download the Namibia travel guide. It is sort of like a comprehensive, what I like to call roadmap to visiting Namibia. Now you see me traveling all through the country.
Hey, somebody got to pay the bills, man. You got to do the sponsor segments. I do them too, so I get it.
This country is enormous, but almost completely empty. You can drive for hours and see more animals than people. Let me take you to a place called Ethiopia to see lions and cheetahs. But if you want to truly understand Namibia's scale, you have to see one of the largest canyons on earth. I have arrived. This is Fish River Canyon, the second largest canyon on the planet.
Yeah, I was saying, it looks like the Grand Canyon. If you guys have ever went to the Grand Canyon in Arizona, it looks exactly like this. So it's like they have so many natural attractions within Namibia where you really only need to go to one country and you get like a myriad of different attractions to go to. You get to see a lot of the animals that you got to pay for to go see in the Serengeti, like Stephen was talking about. You get to see the ocean meet with the desert. This is the only place in the world that you get to see that. And then you have another canyon that looks like the Grand Canyon. So you can literally go to one country and see multiple things at the same time, which is, I call it a W, because you got to go to different places, at least here in the USA, to see the ocean, to see the Grand Canyon, and not run into any traffic. Like, how many of you guys would be down to go on a road trip like that in that really desolate and deserted places like this, and run that risk of, running out of gas, having a flat tire, something happening on the road? Like, would y'all be like afraid to do this? Honestly, if you could guarantee like you have like a satellite phone or something, just in case some stuff went down, I would go. But if you don't have like an emergency, like rescue on call, ready to go, I ain't going, bro. I'm not dying out here in the desert in Namibia.
After the Grand Canyon.
Over 160 kilometers long and nearly 550 meters deep, carved over millions of years ago. Looking across this canyon, it is hard to even grasp the size of it. And what is even more incredible, almost nobody lives nearby.
Even though we are outdoor, if you actually do scream, you can hear the reverb or the echo right inside of the canyon. So let's see if we can try. Hello! Can you hear that?
Bruh.
Help me! I mean, no matter how much you scream, help me,
nobody
here. Like,
in many countries,
nobody's gonna help,
like
bro.
This would be surrounded by cities, resorts, and crowds of tourists. But here in Namibia, you mostly just hear the wind. But Namibia's empty landscape might just be the reason why you should download my travel guide and plan a visit here.
Oh.
To end my journey here, I arrived at Ethiopia's National Park, one of Africa's largest wildlife reserve.
Oh my God, guys! I just spotted
rhinos,
the first
giraffes,
rhinos here at Ethiopia. Wow. They're actually quite endangered because poachers are after the horn. I don't know. There's usually rumors that the horns can go for as much as $50,000, $40,000. So they can.
Hey man, hey, money is money, bro. $50K for some horns. Dog, just give me like 2 horns, bro, and I'll be straight.
Kill the whole animal just to get the horn. So now what most very wise
100K
conservationists would do is to get the animals into captivity.
Oh no,
stuff, and then
that was a joke, guys. That was a joke.
So when a poacher sees a rhino, like, it becomes valueless, and then you let the animal, and that's the only way you can protect this.
That's so sad.
Or protect this animal from going extinct. But I just love looking at them because they're so huge, they're so large, and it just shows like stamina and strength. You can see some wildebeest right here. So you're always going to find them with zebras because they can spot rain from afar. So zebra will just attach to them so you can help them, find rain. Of course, everybody knows like they're the fastest animals, right? The cheetah is built for speed. They're very lightweight, they're long, very slim limbs, they're very flexible spine.
Bro, it's a joke.
All kind of animals here. Elephants, lions, giraffe, rhinos, cheetahs, even some you've never seen before, all in one place. And it reveals something powerful. Namibia might feel empty of people, but it is full of wildlife. I returned back to the capital city of Windhoek, although complete with modern-day infrastructure. It still feels empty.
Yeah, nobody there.
I finally arrived at the capital city of Namibia, which is Windhoek, and just driving
There's
around.
nobody there, bro.
You can spot not so many cars on the road. Like everywhere seems like there's just a few people living here.
Yeah, the living conditions is very hard, man.
It's very hard?
Yeah, we are struggling a lot, man. Work opportunities are scarce.
I see nobody here. This is a major street. No too many cars. Where is everybody here? Where is everybody here?
Like for now, it's knockoff time. It's
knockoff.
Oh.
What is that? Knock off. Oh, everybody's at work.
Like for me, I'm still hustling. You see.
Yeah.
I interviewed a few people, and it seems like they all relocated or want to relocate.
Do you want to relocate somewhere else? You want to go to Windhoek or Europe or America? You guys want to stay here? You want to go?
I want to go I want to go to America. I want.
You want to go to America?
You sure, bro?
America,
you sure about that?
I want to go to America because why? That place is like so safe, yeah? Like nobody can kill you anyway.
Are you gonna move?
Yes, definitely.
Where are you?
Bruh. You think so? Oh, you think so, brother?
Moving to Switzerland. Switzerland. Where are you moving to?
Lagos, Nigeria.
This video is less than 30 minutes, but it took about 14 days to film.
Damn!
Driving on average of 8 hours a day. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe because over 70% of you watch and don't subscribe. But it's also important to mention, the country of Namibia has a population of at least 3.5 million people. And this video was filmed to show the emptiness in the most dramatic way possible for entertainment purposes. All of those places we visited are tourist attraction, and you can download my travel guide to visit for you.
Wow, dude, like London Boy for Life, thank you so much for that video, man. That was incredible. I know that's like not typically what we cover here on the channel, but just to show you guys like a different part of Africa and showing you guys like the uniqueness geographically of the continent is just incredible, man. I had no idea that Namibia was so vast. And we already understand the scale of how large Africa as a continent is compared to other continents. You can literally fit 4 to 5 different continents into the continent of Africa. That's just the scale and size of it. So that is insane, insane. And you guys see how long it took Stephen Nduku to film all of this. It took him 2 weeks to film, driving 8 hours a day, and he edited all of that footage down to a 26-minute video. I don't think y'all understand like why I love giving the credit to the original content creators is because I know firsthand how much it takes to make videos like this, how much effort it takes to filming it, editing, adding music, doing voiceover work, adding graphics, titles, all of that stuff. It all goes into a short video that we get to watch for free. Typically videos like this, before YouTube, you had to pay in order to get. But now we get to have the access for free. And we definitely got to really, really highlight the original content creator and just show them the gratitude that we're able to watch this stuff for free and still be able to propagate the positive things about the continent of Africa, man. So this is why I highly support a lot of African YouTubers like this, because this is not easy. Being a content creator in the travel space is not easy, especially when you have 746,000 subscribers that you need to appease to with each video. Boy, it's not easy, bro. It is not easy. Even the vlogs that I put out took me days and weeks to edit and put out, and they don't really get a whole bunch of views, which is crazy. So it's insane, man. He's good. Yeah, he really is, man. Those guys are definitely street boys. Yeah, they were street boys for sure. They didn't know that America's not that safe. Filming stuff like this is not easy. The early mornings and late nights and barely getting any sleep. Travel content creation is not for the weak. That is true. That is true, man. Very true. The whole country has a population of half of Addis. Beautiful country, rich wildlife, and amazing landscape. Yeah, truly, truly, truly. And you know, if you guys want me to react to some Ethiopian music, this is like towards the end of the stream now for you guys. But if you guys have an artist and a title of a song that you want me to react to, I'm going to get off of YouTube, react to it, and hopefully I like it. So if you guys have a favorite song that you have that we have not covered yet, so we covered Teddy Afro already, and some other artists. But if you have an artist we have not covered already, let me know in the chat and we can react to it on off of YouTube. So you will have to most likely go to Rumble in order to see the reaction to the music from Ethiopia. So let me know. I'll give you guys a minute or so. I got to take a short little break, but I'm going to play a sponsored segment sponsored by myself, and I'll be right back, guys. So bear with me, and let's go ahead and watch this partnership ad real quick. All right, guys, so I have another way to help support the YouTube channel, and we have a merch shop. If you visit trippinwithj.com, and the link is in the description box below, we can go ahead and look at the exclusive merch that's available, along with the latest releases from the YouTube channel and Instagram, and an opportunity to donate and support the channel, along with a free newsletter. So you guys can see I have branded hoodies from Adidas, and go ahead and purchase this here. And for the first couple of orders, you do get 10% off, and we have a nice hat here as well for $29 before your discount. So be sure to go ahead and support the channel at trippinwithj.com, and the link is in the description box below. Now back to the reaction. All right, I think we are back. Let me get back to, there we go. We're back on both sides now, guys. Let me get to, there we go. All right, let's see. Anybody write anything in the chat? What is that? Gutu, Abera. Ooh, that's okay. It's right here. Ooh, it looks like it's some hip hop too. Okay. 4.1 million views. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, guys. Let me see. I'm already getting the warning message on YouTube, and I haven't even played the song yet, bro. Crazy. Okay. All right, guys. Let me get the Rumble link for y'all on YouTube, and everybody else is safe. If you're watching on YouTube, you are not safe. So let me get the Rumble link for you guys on YouTube so you guys can come over, because YouTube is already tripping, man. Already tripping. Off of not even playing any audio, just playing a little bit of the video. They already tripping. Oh, Stephen Duku posted another video about Nigeria. Oh, dude. Okay, cool. 1 second. And I got y'all on YouTube, so just bear with me for 1 second, guys. But if you already know what my Rumble link is, go to Rumble now, because I'm about to get off of YouTube. Okay. You post it on here. There we go. And I'm gonna just spam it in the YouTube chat. And then over here, I got y'all too. It says, dude, you're becoming obsessed with Ethiopian culture. Nah. I'm just curious. All right, guys, we're going to cut to Rumble or off of YouTube in a moment, because YouTube is already tripping. All right, guys, gotta come over to Rumble. We're gonna cut from Rumble in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.5. All right, y'all. Click on the link if you are on YouTube. Come to Rumble, and we can react to this, and then that's going to be the conclusion of the stream.